Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Blog Vlog, the talk show. And today I will be talking about how to not cast for movies, modeling, entertainment if you do not have any money. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, Snap Snap. This is a natural enthusiast channel, and I'm going to talk about all natural subjects from now on because I don't want to get in trouble talking furtherly about celebrities because it is their darn business. God gave me something else to do, and I changed the plateau of my show because I want to be able to give you something from a vlog point of view. In my aesthetic eccentrics, I know the pricings for how much you're supposed to be paying a person when you're doing a movie, an acting gig, when you're doing extras, when you want voice-ins, and it just don't seem fair to go through all those things and not get paid properly, even if you're not a part of a union. In my own force of reality, an entertainer, which is the definition of entertainer, is a person that is elaborate on television, whether or not if it is music, drama, playing music, acting, okay? In all of my theories of enlightenment, it is a price sheet that is going on. It's just that there is a phase of enlightenment that happens when you see that there is a form of reality of all of my causes. I see why that there is some things that are happening in the past, present, future. I want you to recognize that when you are someone that is going onto the camera, it is $800 to start in modeling. It's up to $5,000 to start for acting. It's up to $10,000 to start for voiceovers. It's up to $50,000 to start for imitations. I'm going to tell you something. It's a limit to everything. And I know that some people have slammed their careers over, and that's why they have not made it to the big picture, which is to the movie theaters or to cable channels. There is an open arena for regular television channels that are playing our community movies, and there is one cable channel that comes on to the regular television in every state. And all of my things that I have endured, I have seen where there is propriety and enlistment, where you don't get to see what's happening behind the scenes. You don't get to see the flabbergasted reasons of why a person would ever be able to endure anything that's going on. You don't get to see what it takes to be able to be a part of the mannerism. You don't get to see what it takes to be able to be a part of all of the things that are happening in the past, present, and future. And God has given you everything to be an abrasion and a reservatist. If there is anything that I can do, is watch out for my pay. Okay? This is not the correct sheet you should be on. This is how they talk to you when you go work for them. This is how smooth they talk to you about these things. This is how smooth they are to give you any type of information. Even in the union, if you're out there doing movies, even if they never made it to regular television, it might go straight to audio movies or to Netflix or to Spotify or to YouTube movies. You never know. I want you to start contrasting this event. You can make up to $100,000 a set modeling. You can make up to $100,000 a set acting. You can make up to $100,000 a set doing voiceovers. You never know what's going to happen with this matriculation. You're just going to have to be able to see that there are a lot of people that wants to make the big money are not looking at what it is that they can do, or they might just take it because they know they are building. When you are building, you're going to take just by any elaborate role that fits your personality. And you know that there is a lot of customs that happens in this life that does go to the role of events. When you realize that there is a form of reality that takes place, no one is going to give you a plateau or reasons or revisitors. You got to be able to revisit yourself and realize that there is a circumference you're supposed to have in order for yourself to be able to land that role. Every person is not paper thin. Every person is not thin. Every person is not thick. Every person is not voluptuous. That is the type of people that I want to work for. That would shave off a lot of people that would endanger your career, endanger your personality, endanger your reputation. And you don't want to be someone that is being casted into the stones. I want to be put into God's mountain to see how it feels to climb up and to meditate and to pray and to fast for that time and duration. I never bring food with me when I'm going up to God's mountain because I know that God is good. And I'm going to continue to keep myself together because I see why there are things that is happening in this transient lifestyle. You can see through the plastic. No one is getting over on you in this industry. It's all about budget. It's all about how to be able to see yourself in time. It's all about what is in the calculus for you to be able to be in a dream demand. And when you see that there is a form of reality, we see where there is a covering. We see where there is a landry. We see how you are able to make at least some money to build. You never know what's going to happen. What I will say is that in contrast and in control, that if you want to look good on camera, do your best and see how God is going to bless you. But what I will say is that I have not put myself in the epiphany of knowing these things. And I said, you know what, God, I want to be able to land the best role. And you have to be able to be perfected in your gift. You know, let's not talk about the basics. Let's talk about what is really going on in this industry as a traveler's time. There is a lot of people that has already developed those habits or developed those habits during those things. The worst rumor is that if you want to be an entertainer, the first thing you're going to go through is drugs and alcohol. And I feel like that is a bad epiphany. That's somebody with a low self-esteem that could possibly be used. That's why we don't put ourselves in forces in reality. And we see what it takes to be able to know that the circumference is because God is the time. When you alleviate yourself to be able to be a part of the mannerism, it's not because you don't have a phase in life. It's because you know that there are rights to be able to contrast your events. You have to be able to see that there is a controlling event that does happen. When your money is not mistaken, you realize you do have $800 for this role, but at least you get some exposure. I'm going to continue to know that God has given me my rights to be able to see that my allegiance is here, and I'm going to be able to take the contrast in the events of all of the things that are happening. I want you to be able to think about what it is that you're going to do in your career and realize that there is a form of reality that does take place about how things are quicker to show up on television because of technology. Technology, you can build a movie and put it on YouTube, and a regular TV station may pick it up, or even better, one of the network will be able to pick it up that's on a cable channel. You never know what's going to happen. What I will say is that if there is a cause and right, you have to be able to be a person that is situated to understand that there are some things that are causing you to feel as if you can't make it. What I will say is that I will continue to try, even if I get a no, because maybe sometimes I don't have to go to casting calls. Maybe sometimes I don't have to go to a proper reading. But what I will say is at least you tried to be able to keep yourself in the mannerism of defoliants. And it is different. But what I will say is that I will always be a mannerism to be able to be a cluster in the role of life. And I want you to be able to see that there are a lot of things that you can do positive to be able to keep yourself landing the best jobs, like take a shower before a set, have on the best clothes that you can, and wear the perfect shoes you can in order for yourself to be able to land those roles, because they always are looking for professional ethics. In my dream day, I will continue to know that God is good. And I want you to know that I thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Please do not forget to leave a comment in the comment area below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can get more stories on this blog or vlog. And remember that I thank you so much for tuning in and have a wonderful evening.